Welcome, everyone, to Day 3 of the Extreme Law of Attraction Telesummit, which is dedicated to help you blaze a path to your dreams. I'm Lori Raymond, and Cecily MacArthur and I are delighted that you've joined us once again, or maybe for the first time from around the world. And know that in the next 2 weeks, we'll be learning how to manifest even more health, wealth, and happiness in our lives from our amazing 10 international expert guides. A couple of housekeeping notes for those of you who are joining us for the first time. We will work to keep our interview to an hour. You will be muted for the call, and there will be an opportunity to, of course, ask questions of our expert guide at the end. You will also be sent a replay link via email of today's content-rich interview that you can enjoy for 48 hours and replay to your heart's content. And then finally, you are invited to purchase the Extreme Upgrade Package anytime, and we'll talk about that more later. Right now, it's my joy to introduce to you my friend and colleague, Cecily MacArthur. She is a Life Mastery Consultant with Mary Morrissey and Life Solutions, a certified life coach, an intuitive, and a transformational teacher and author. More importantly, she's passionate about working with individuals, organizations, and communities to help them create their dreams and bring them into reality. Cecily really enjoys working with her intuitive guidance and the law of attraction to assist her clients like you in their personal, professional, and spiritual growth. So great to be here again, Cecily.
Hey, Lori. I can't believe Day 3. This is great. So let me introduce my dear friend, Lori. Lori is just an incredible lady, and she is a world traveler, humanitarian coach, and lifelong spiritual student and teacher. And as founder of Women as Visionaries, she is delighted to help women reinvent themselves through global education, Vision Quest travels to places like Bali, and events like this Extreme Law of Attraction Telesummit. For 2 decades, Lori has spoken to and guided over more than 7,000 individuals in organizations and nonprofits through a transformative process she calls vision mapping. And finally, her life work is inspired by the passion of leaving a legacy to the service of women and children, because she believes, as women go, so goes the world. Yay, we're here.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Cecily. And so why did we put this Extreme Law of Attraction Telesummit together? And the answer to that is that we were divinely inspired, Cecily and I, after the wildly successful Spring Angel Telesummit, and we really wanted to share an additional level of life-changing information, and it has been, for those of you who have been on the calls, by bringing together a variety of experts who specialize in unique aspects of the law of attraction. We really did want to support like-minded friends like you at this time of great global shifts, which all we have to do is check email and the news, and we know that to be true. And we wanted to offer the very best of the best tools and strategies for you. And so the free Extreme Law of Attraction Telesummit was born. And if everyone would just take a breath and join us in this intention that Cecily and I have set for this telesummit and our time today, and it is, with the support of the universe, our expert guides, and our extraordinary listeners, Cecily and I are open and willing to allow for the important life-changing and life-affirming messages of this telesummit to serve 5,001 plus listeners across the globe for everyone's highest good. So if you just take a breath in on that and join us in that intention, that would just be wonderful and appreciated. And now it is my joy to introduce to you one of my sheroes, somebody whose emails I have been getting for years, thanks to my dear sister, Kathy, who introduced me to the topic that Carol Look has become an international master. Carol is going to be sharing with us today the power of clarity, how to speak the language of the law of attraction. So welcome, Carol.
Hi, ladies. Thank you so much. This is going to be extreme, all right.
we know, and I want to give people just a little bit of your background, which is just enormous, just to ground us. But EFT, as we know, stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. So EFT Master Carol is a success and abundance coach in this exciting energy psychology field. Her specialty is exactly what she's talking about, to help us use EFT in the law of attraction to clear limiting beliefs, release resistance. Oh, I'm so anxious to hear about that. And build prosperity consciousness. And prior to this life path, Carol was trained as a clinical social worker and earned her doctoral degree in clinical hypnotherapy. She really has been a visionary and a leading voice in the EFT community. Again, I've just known of you forever, Carol. And she is a highly sought-after trainer, an international speaker and workshop leader, which is why we are just so thrilled that you are here. And she's the author of a popular book called Attracting Abundance with EFT. She is featured as a primary EFT practitioner and energy therapy expert in a couple of DVD documentaries, The Tapping Solution and Operational Emotional Freedom. I could read on and on, but with that, we really want to get to the heart of today because content rich is our theme for this Telesummit. So again, welcome, Carol.
Thank you both. I'm delighted to be here.
All right, Carol. And before I start, I want to just echo what Lori had talked about around her being a big fan, because I also am a big fan of yours and have listened to you many times. And I'm also use EFT with my clients and myself. And through putting this Telesummit together, there were many a moment where EFT was quite helpful.
I bet.
So we definitely were so excited to have you included because we wanted different aspects of the law of attraction practitioners, and because you combined the two, it made it very unique, and so we're very excited. So we want to just start really from the beginning here, and you're an abundance person, so let's just talk about abundance. How do you define it? Tell us what you're thinking about when you're referring to abundance.
Yeah, this is important because it really changed my entire outlook and then changed how my manifestations started to happen. Abundance is a vibration, not a dollar amount in your bank account. Abundance is a feeling happy, optimistic. It's a mood, which means you can tune into it at any time. And it's of critical importance because I kept thinking abundance was money. Right? I kept thinking it was, how do you get more money? How do you get financially stable, et cetera? And when you realize that the true definition in terms of law of attraction of abundance is that it's a vibration, the rest is history because then you can tune into it. Then you have these options that you don't have by basing things on an hourly wage or the dollar amount that comes in, or, if you can tune into this vibration, then you can change your financial picture. And again, abundance also means success and happiness and other things that you want. It doesn't have to be just about money, and that's why, again, I also call it a vibration.
So what about for our listeners? What is it that they do with the idea of abundance, and how can they bring that to their lives?
Well, if abundance is a vibration, then you don't have to chase money anymore. And remember, chasing repels the law of attraction. So if you're chasing, basically you're in a mode of there's not enough and I need more, and that language and that energy means law of attraction says, oh, they need more, they're chasing, they don't have enough. Oh, okay, let's give them more of that, right? It helps you leave the topic of money behind. Or, when I work with people with relationships and wanting a romantic partner, they can leave that idea behind and just say, oh, I want to tune in to the happiness and the vibration of feeling good, right? And it helps you stop trying to figure everything all out. Oh, this dollar amount and this, I'm going to land this client and do this and work this many more hours. It changes your entire perspective, and it will change your manifestations, because if all you have to do, think of it this way, if all you have to do is remember that abundance and financial abundance, health abundance, all of that is a vibration and a good feeling, then you can go tune into it whenever you want. You can go sit in the park. I just came back from sitting in the park for an hour in the sun. That's tuning into the vibration of abundance. People say, yes, but it doesn't have anything to do with money. I know. That's good, because the topic of money makes all of us crazy. But if you tune into the vibration of abundance in nature or in relaxation or in music or in color or in reading a good book, then that's what opens the doors to the financial abundance coming into your life. And I learned it the other way. Most people listening probably were taught the other way, which is work harder, right? Do more, work harder, raise your fees. That's not it. That's not the answer. And when people come to my workshops and email me and are just on my programs, I know, because they're saying, basically they say, I've tried too hard for too long. What am I doing wrong? Well, it's not really that you're doing anything wrong, although I did it wrong for years. What you're doing is not realizing the energetics of abundance. It's an energy. It's a vibration. Money is simply energy. And the tighter you hold on to it, the less you're going to have. So it's really, it's so helpful. Just if that's all people get out of this interview, and I know they'll get a lot more, that would change your relationship with the law of attraction. It would change your relationship with the universe, change your relationship with the energy of money.
I really like the idea of the vibration and thinking of it. We're really getting into that feel good. We've been talking about this. It comes up each time you think about any kind of law of attraction ideas. To really, it's a higher vibration abundance than if you're in the struggle mode. Can you just speak to that a little bit about what the difference in the vibration of struggling and working hard versus getting into the vibration of abundance?
Struggling, working hard means you're stressed out, uptight, and that frankly you don't believe in abundance coming your direction. Now, there are two things that I do with people to help them dramatically change their abundance picture. One, reduce resistance. Struggling is all about resistance. And two, you raise your vibration. So the vibration of abundance is really joyful, light and easy, trusting, I deserve it, whereas the struggle is just that. There's not enough, being competitive, scramble, you know that feeling, the racing around, racy, and they're completely different. And again, people will say, yes, but just because I'm in a good mood sitting in the park, you know, playing with the dogs doesn't mean I'm going to get money. Yes, it does. This is what I had to get over for years of training, please, years of training. Yes, it does, because it's about your vibration that signals the law of attraction that says I'm ready for the good things that I've been asking for. And if you're in that scarcity and struggling and there's not enough and woe is me and I hate my job, you're not going to get more financial abundance. You can't, because the vibrations have to match. So it's about vibration, not about the topic. So again, when people do this for health or relationships, get off the topic of your pain. Access a different, higher vibration. Reduce the resistance by focus, getting your focus off of the pain, or tapping or doing some other energetic technique to reduce the resistance. And then that's when the positive stuff starts to come in. It can't come in when you shut the door with struggle. So there's really two sides of the equation. Think of a long hallway, and right in the middle, you're in the center, and to the left side is struggle, it's not enough, there isn't enough, I'm scared, there won't be enough. And on the other side is there is plenty to go around, and I feel relaxed about financial abundance. So you're either turning left or right. Every word you say, every thought you have, every behavior you take is actually making a decision to go left or right, or however you want to see it, east or west, whatever. It's going one direction or the other. You're either moving towards abundance or repelling or going the other direction. And knowing that, sometimes it's painful. You see how often your words or your behaviors are actually in contradiction to law of attraction, to abundance. Or, you start to just practice and say, oops, caught myself. Look what I'm saying. Look how I'm complaining. We're not talking about the truth here. I'm sorry if you've lost a job. I'm sorry if your life feels like poverty right now, but it's your choice. Do you want to keep focusing there or not? It's totally up to us. And people don't like to let go of that struggle. I'm telling you, I understand that. They don't like to let go, but if you want things to change, you're going to have to let go and change your language, your positions, your stance, your behavior, your thoughts, and most importantly, your energy.
I really like that idea that it is what we're conditioned to, that struggle. It's part of what we've been told we're supposed to do, so it is hard to let go, but consciously making a choice. And I love the idea of turning right or turning left, and really understanding that you can, in any moment, notice, am I moving my vibration up into abundance, or am I working against it? and to having the vibration of resistance. So great. I love that. You talked about language and the language of law of attraction. Let's talk a little bit more in that specifically, in changing your language. What is that about the law of attraction, and how do we get there?
Well, there's two ways to talk about language. One is literally your words, and the other is, in quotes, the language of the law of attraction. So let's talk about your words. The law of attraction hears your vibration, not your words. But your words need to match what you want. So if you really want abundance, what are you talking about? Are you talking about how things are slowing down? And I teach all these practitioners, and some of them, the economy is really affecting my practice. It may be factually true, but if you don't do something to change that direction that you're going and talking in your language, which is going to match your vibration, the law of attraction keeps seeing scarcity. Oh, this person's into scarcity, right? So your language, literally your words are important, but your vibration is even more important than your words. So watch how you talk. What are you saying? What do you complain about? Look at yourself all day. What are you talking about? What are your emails about? Dear so-and-so, things really stink right now, don't they? Well, you got to stop that, right?
Turn it back to Lori.
Yes, and thank you, Cecily, and also thank you, Carol. And yes, it is simple, and yet it is so powerful, and I think for me, I just didn't believe that something could be that effective that I could do myself, and so I just wanted to share that in my experience of EFT. So anyway, this is just a brief kind of commercial break, in that we want to invite everybody on the line. Please invite friends so that you can get this information for free. We really have the intention of offering content-rich calls, and to become a Law of affiliate with us and share the information. And or finally, if you really want this information so you can replay it and hear it more and more, that you consider getting the Extreme Upgrade package. And Carol has just been so amazing and generous in that she's gifted us. We have bonus gifts that go with the 10 hours on MP3 of all our expert guides. But Carol has gifted you, anyone who gets the upgrade package, with 3 audios, and they are an introduction to EFT, Afraid to Shine, Safety, which she spoke about today, and then finally the 3rd audio, Afraid to Shine, Shut Down. And so, Carol, did you want to just maybe comment on those and why you chose those to gift us, which again we so appreciate as our bonus gifts?
Well, here's what's really funny. After 14 years in the field, I thought maybe I should record an intro about how to do EFT really, really clearly. So I just did it this year, and it is as basic and clear. I've never been so clear about how to do EFT. So fabulous for beginners, and I recommend my advanced students to listen to it too, learning how to teach people how to do it. So that's a wonderful 30-minute bonus introduction, and it comes with a PDF file, by the way, so you look at where the points are, and it tells you how to do it, so you have both ways of learning. Then the 2 other tracks they're from a CD I did called I'm Afraid to Shine, because it's one of the biggest limiting beliefs, Cecily, that you and I talked about, just being afraid to shine. And the first one is about safety issues, what gets in our way when we don't feel safe, when we're shining and standing out and being our absolute best self. And the other is about shutting down, how that can happen to us because we're afraid to shine. So those are wonderful tapping exercises. You tap along with me. I give you space, choose a target, measure 0 to 10, and then start tapping along with me. And I give you the time and space on the recording to tap along with me. And also on the intro, the same thing. I do a demo. So you actually get real, brief session times there with me, which will really help you, and even help you say, that's not quite my issue, but this is my issue, or that helped me figure out which my issue is, because if you don't know your issue, how are you going to clear it? So one really good tool. So thank you for encouraging me to offer those to people.
Well, and thank you, Carol. So again, these are just some of the bonus gifts. There's a long list. It's on the site, and that goes with your Extreme Upgrade package, which is a modest $67 for all of this time with our expert guides. So with our time that's remaining, Cecily, I want to turn it back to you, because I know we probably have some folks who have some questions, and we want to make sure that we include that as we wrap up our time together.
I just wanted to ask Carol she also has other things on her website and other things going on that she would like to mention at this moment before we move on to the questions.
Sure. My website is attractingabundance.com, and I have 200 free newsletters there. 200 free newsletters where you can tap along on abundance, and I tell stories and try to help people reduce the resistance and raise their vibration. Then I have a variety of packages or products that range anywhere from $19.95 all the way up to $197. I have about 20 law of attraction and EFT products combined. So take a look there, browse around. There's lots of good stuff there. And my next workshop, actually, for international people is in Brussels. I'm doing a Success and Abundance workshop in Brussels. And if you're really interested in going there, please email me. It's a little complicated to get you to both websites that are advertising, but it's 3 months from now, and we already have 120 people signed up. So it's going to be a doozy. Apparently, they have quite a market over in Europe right now. So excellent. A market of interest in Success and Abundance. So email me.
We have people from Europe on the line, so that's
good.
Always good.
Excellent. I hope to meet you and see you there.
Great. All right, so now we want to have time for some questions, and I have one person with their hand up already. They know the routine. So if you are on the phone, you want to press *2 on your phone, and that will raise your hand, and then I can unmute you, and I will identify you by the last 4 digits of your phone number. Now, I would ask that you also be respectful. We want to try to get as many people in as possible, so keep your questions direct and short and sweet for Carol. And if you're on the webcast, you can also write in the box there and any questions there that you would like to ask. And it looks like we already have one, but if anyone else has any questions you want to write in the box, you're on the webcast, I will pick some of those questions also. So let's look at folks who have raised their hands. Okay. All right. The first person, and I have to take this person because she was right there, the first one. I think I know who this is. So This is 7826. What's your name, and where are you, and what is your question for Carol?
It's Sheila, and I'm sitting in my car in Quincy. How are you?
I thought it was you, Sheila.
I would never do that, but I just have a very pending question, and I'll make it quick.
Hey, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
Great.
I am vibrating in a very high place in vibration and coming to my core purpose. And I vibrated in an opportunity that is beyond belief and something that will take me to the next level. But I don't have the funds, and I'm stuck because I was raised. I don't have any problem with asking for money or getting what I deserve for what I believe that I should get, but I have a problem with vibrating for someone to gift me money because I was raised to work hard and earn the money and not borrow the money from someone.
Tappable issue right there. So your target is, even though I'm not allowed to be gifted money, even though I have to work for it, right? Even though I'm not allowed to get it easily, even though I was raised, those are your tappable targets because you want to blow that away. So when someone wants to give you money, don't reject it. If someone wants to support you in this new venture, and that is just a wonderful place to be. The second thing I would do, honestly, is be quiet for 10 to 20 minutes, like kind of meditate on it and relax around the topic and see if you get any answers.
Okay.
But the tapping is absolutely key, but great tappable target.
Thank you.
It's a great tool, Sheila, and that what Carol's taught us today and is available on her website, too. You can learn that technique if you don't know it already. So great. Thank you, Sheila. Great question. Okay, next person is 5588 from Denver, Colorado.
Hi, this is Susie Nelson. Thanks
Hi,
again
Susan.
so much for having this. It's just really law of attraction for me at the right timing. I guess to keep it short and sweet, I'd been very blessed in the past. I lost my fiancé recently, tragically, and I did not work for 8 months. But because I had been obedient with buy some, save some, tithe some, it did cover that. But now I know I'm not a victim. I'm a victor. But I just can't get out from that. I did it twice before. Why can't I do it now? So I don't know. Everything I'm trying and I'm hearing, and I love this, but it's not about the money, I guess, because I know it'll come. It's just getting past something else, I think.
I'm sorry, I literally
Can
lost
EFT
some of your
help
words. Yes, but I lost some of your words. You said I can't get out from under the, what'd you say, debt or grief?
No,
what word did you say?
The debt does not bother me because I know the money will come. It's the feeling of I've been successful twice before, and now I'm on my own. Why can't I do it again? It's I don't know why.
Who says you're not doing it again? You're in the middle of the process. So what you would do with EFT is say, even though I'm impatient because it hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Right? Does that make sense? Like, in other
yes,
words,
it does. As soon as you said
honor,
it makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. You just honor where you are. The other thing is, please use EFT for remaining grief.
Okay.
Please use EFT for grief. Okay, you've had a traumatic loss, and you're trying to pick yourself up and let's do it again. It's like, you know what? You have been through hell, and you deserve some time and space to continue grieving. The other thing I would do besides EFT, write a gratitude list or a success list of what's gone well in your life before. Oh,
I
remember
actually started
last time?
that.
Good. Oh, it's an excellent tool. And use that, and then use the EFT on the beliefs that say, why can't I do it again? What do you mean, why can't I do it again? I think you've already started the process.
Oh, thank you.
Does that make sense? Excellent.
Yes, very much so. Thank you.
Good stuff.
All right. Great, Susan. Thank you. All right. I'm going to go over to the webcast now and let's see what people are asking there. We have Carlos from Houston, and he is asking, does a positive money-making mantra really help you to attract what you want in law of attraction?
Not when it's too far away from the truth of what you believe, which is why we use EFT to reduce the resistance. So if you have a positive money-raising mantra and your subconscious or your mind is saying, yeah, good one, sure, then it's not going to stick. And in fact, you're going to push against it. So what I help people do is go from whatever their salary is, bump it up $10,000 or $20,000, make sure they're comfortable, and if they're not, you've got to tap on the discomfort. So this is what people are doing with mantras, is they use a positive mantra, but it's so far away from what they are actually earning, they don't believe it. So every time they say it, their mind is saying, yeah, good luck. Yep, sure, this stuff doesn't work. So make sure it's close enough to what you're already earning, and then when you're totally comfortable with it, and you can tap on the discomfort, what you want to do is slide up 10,000 at a time, 20,000 at a time, and you can do several layers in a day. So you can make incredible jumps, but people are making too big of a jump. They make $50,000 now, and they're saying, I'm healthy, wealthy, and wise, and I can earn $500,000, and they don't believe it. So it does nothing. In fact, it can backfire. So make sure it's close enough to where you are, and then keep moving up the scale. I hope that addresses what he was asking. Thank you for your question.
Good one. So we have a Kat from the UK, and she's asking, following on an earlier question, is it possible that my finance issues are related to grief rather than the belief about money? So that just follows up on what Susan was saying.
The reason they can be is because if your overall vibration is down, dark, in the dumps, hurt, upset, that's your overall vibration, right? So you want to get the basic help and treatment you need for all of your issues, anxiety, grief, abandonment, whatever you're going through in your life, to raise your overall vibration. So if you're still feeling stuck by grief, or it was very recent and you feel like you're in the middle of it, you've got to honor it and give yourself time and space to feel those feelings, and you can tap on it. You can tap or use that as a target, but yet the real answer is absolutely. Your financial problems can be as a result of grief. They can be as a result of a relationship issue where you're not forgiving someone. They can be from overwhelm and stress. They can be from inadequacy issues. But the manifestation is showing up in your financial picture, so that's why you want to overall clear up your vibration.
So your finances really do reflect your inner state.
Yes, your entire inner state.
Excellent. All right. So let me just check one more time for any other questions. Okay, we do have, I was just going back there, we have one more from the webcast, and this is from RW in Newport, saying, how do you stay in a positive vibration when you're around negativity? That's a good question.
Okay, so when you're around negativity, stop fighting their negativity, because the fighting is a pushing against attitude. So if you're trying to get them out of, don't do it, number one. Number two, use EFT and target. Even though I'm around negative people and they bring me down, I accept myself anyway. Even though it's hard not to be influenced by negative people, all right? And then you keep up your own positive stuff. You write your appreciation list. You go out into nature. You write a list that says 10 things that go well, that have gone well in my life this week. You do tapping. You do law of attraction exercises. You thank the universe for so much that's in your life. And then if you have to live with and be around these negative people, look at it differently. Don't even call it negative. Just go, that's fascinating. I was with someone yesterday, a family member. I've never heard so much negativity in my life, and instead of it bringing me down, I was fascinated. I've never heard 20 sentences in a row that were so negative. But I didn't let it influence me in that direction. I just went, wow, she's really on a bender here. And it was a really good, so it's almost like taking a different perspective. It's like looking at them with compassion and saying, well, that's the language they learned, that's where they are, and you know what? I'm in a different place. If you believe you're strong enough and you've got your own influence and vibration, their negativity isn't going to bring you down, and if that's even a belief that other people's negativity can bring you down. Not going to. When yours is shored up enough, when your positivity is shored up enough, don't worry about them.
So focus on you and coming from the inside out as opposed to the outside.
Right. Prosperity consciousness is from within, and if we're all worried about the negative people around us, that brings us down.
All right. Excellent. That looks like the end of our questions. So what I would love to ask you now, Carol, is would you want to just give you a moment to have some final words for our listeners here? What would you like to tell them about the law of attraction and EFT?
Well, really, I mean, the combination changed my life. I've increased my salary something like 700%. I mean, there's no doubt that it works, and I work with people all the time and help them change that. But there are two very specific things you need to do. Reduce your resistance and raise your vibration. When you reduce your resistance, it actually raises your vibration, and when you raise your vibration, you actually reduce your resistance, but they're two distinct things that you can work on with EFT and law of attraction. So get the anxiety and stress and worry and lack of belief in yourself, reduce those resistances with EFT. Then you can do law of attraction games and lists and attitudes and change it that way. Remember that the law of attraction likes and, frankly, needs clarity. So if you have yes, no, maybe in your energy system, the law of attraction is going to be confused and say, well, whatever, I'll get back to you. But if you are crystal clear, you know why you want abundance, you know where you're going to spend it, you know what it's going to be used for, you love it, you don't feel guilty about it, you're all in, you are totally congruent, then the law of attraction has no problem dishing it out to you in, every day. So clarity, and you've got to deal with why you might not be clear. So, and EFT is my favorite tool for that.
All right, excellent. Laura, you want to wrap us up?
Well, yes. And on behalf of Cecily and myself, everyone, again, we just thank you from our hearts for being a special part of this Extreme Law of Attraction Telesummit. Do share this information and invite your friends. They will thank you. And a heartfelt thanks to you, Carol, for a most amazing hour of sharing wisdom with us. And you absolutely did hit it out of the park. It is more than a home run. I don't know what the word is for that. So thank you, Carol. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you both.
And tomorrow, everyone, same time, same station, wherever you are on the planet, we will be joined at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with Sonia Miller. Sonia is a best-selling author, and she's also founder and president of Success for the Soul, an ever-expanding resource center, which has really helped countless seekers all over the world realize their dreams since 1983. And her topic, Ultimate Manifestation, From Mystery to Mastery, how to get everything you want from life with peace, power and predictability. So she has a different perspective and take, different, and that's why we wanted to have Sonia with us. So to everyone, thank you again for being with us. Thank you, Carol, and thank you as always to Cecily. So goodbye and a great evening or afternoon wherever you are.
Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.